What's up, guys? ACCardShark back again, back with another Brick and Mortar Monday. I'm guessing any Monday that I go, I'm going to call them Brick and Mortar Mondays. It's where I go out to actual stores around the area and look for the classic vintage games. So for this week's episode, we're going to head out to Lucky Funtime games in Pen Argyl, I want to say it is, Pennsylvania. I'm going to head out there. I've never been there before. Apparently it just opened up. And I'm going to go take a look around and see what I can find. Maybe get some video on the iPhone, and then maybe find out if later on I can record on another trip. So I'm going to head out there now, and I'll come back to the game room and show you what I picked up. Alright guys, as you saw, Lucky Funtime, I did take some video of the outside of the store just to show you guys what it looked like. I did talk to John, who was I'm guessing the owner, but he was there, and he said it was not a problem for me to bring a video camera in and do like an official video tour of the store next time I'm there, so that's really, really awesome. So next time I go, I will have the camera in hand. I left the camera home because I wasn't sure if I was able to tape or not. So I did pick up a nice amount of games from him. Guys, right off the bat, if you guys are near this place, get there. Great selection, great prices, awesome guy. Talked to him for a little while, knows his stuff, and just really, really awesome all around. So I definitely recommend this store, by far. I did pick up a good variety of games. Started out with the NES. I picked up 4 titles. First one I picked up is Starship Hector. And the spine there, as you can see, was $1.99. Starship Hector in good condition. The second game I picked up, I've seen this game for a lot more than this, and I'm really, really stoked that I could find it for cheap. That game is Star Wars for the NES. And as you can see, that one was $4.99. Usually, like Video Bonanza, a lot of times this will run like $15, which is ridiculous. So for $5, I picked it up. I picked up one of these weird gold carts, but it's Quattro Adventure, and it has Boomerang Kid, Super Robin Hood, Linus Spacehead, and Treasure Island Dizzy on it, and that was $2.99. And then the last one I picked up, a game I already have, but not in this version. It's the yellow label version of Metroid, and I have the original version. As you can see, there's the yellow spine. And as you can see, it was only $7. So that usually goes for like 10 on eBay. So that was a pretty good deal. And actually, I'm sorry, I picked up 5 games for the NES. The last one I picked up is a game I've been looking for a while. There's a little bit of label damage, but overall in really decent condition. I've been looking for this for a long time. Battletoads for the NES. As you can see, the spine looks pretty good. There's a little bit of bubbling going on right there, but other than that, it's in really great shape, so I'll definitely take that. So those are the 5 NES games I picked up. And then, let's see, moving on to the Master System, I picked up 5 games for that, all in their box. I don't believe there were any, I don't think any of them have their instruction manuals. I'm just checking that real quick, which, as you guys know, I really don't care too much about. No, they're all without instructions, but they are in their box, and that's really what I care about for the collection here. First game I got is a Light Phaser game. It's a Rescue Mission, and there you go, Rescue Mission. And as you can see by the price, I kid you not, guys, 99 cents. I don't know, I'm sure it's a common title. I mean, I'm sure it's one of those that like everyone has, so to speak, if you collect for that system. I didn't have it, and for 99 cents, I'm not passing up a game, so that's pretty cool. The second game I picked up is just a generic game here. It's Pro Wrestling, and as you can see, there's the cover art there, and Pro Wrestling. There's the spine, and that one was also 99 cents. The next game I picked up is a game called Choplifter, and it's just a generic, 8-bit kind of helicopter game. and that game was $1.99. These are all in box, not complete, but they are in box, so that's pretty cool. I'm not really sure how to say this title, but it looks like a samurai type game, but it's I believe it's Kenseiden, I don't know, but there it is in its box, complete in box. I'm sorry, not complete, no instructions, but the cartridge in its box. That one was $3. And the last one I picked up, I know for a fact this one was actually in, I want to say the Game Gallery, maybe for like probably close to about $10 or so. I didn't pick it up because I had already picked up one of the titles of this series. It's Alex Kidd High Tech World, and that game was $1.99. Now, like I said, guys, none of them come with instructions, so it is cartridge only in box. But for my collection, I don't care about instructions. If it comes with it, great. You know, maybe on the more rare titles, if I'm paying a decent amount of money for it, I'd want instructions with it. But for these pickups, man, like just as long as they're in the box, you got the cover art, you got the spine for the shelf, it's all good. So that was the Sega Master System pickups. I did pick up 3 Sega CD games. The first one I picked up, I already have it. It came with my complete in box Master System Sega CD. But I didn't have it complete in box. So this one is complete in box. The game is Sewer Shark. Pretty terrible game, but I only have the CD size case on the shelf right now, and I hate that it's different from the rest of the cases. So I picked that up just to have the complete in box, and that one was 49 cents. He ended up throwing this one in for free, just because it was only 49 cents. So just to have it complete in box is pretty cool. So if you guys want, I will have a copy of Sewer Shark up for sale in my collection of games that I have for sale. The next one I picked up was I picked it up just for the sheer laugh factor. It is Sega CD. It is complete in box. It's In Excess Make My Video. I've heard about these Make My Video games and how bad they are, but I just couldn't pass it up. It was $3 complete in box, and apparently you make their music video, and you just sit there and edit it and stuff and everything else. So I don't know. I picked it up just because it was $3 and it just seemed like a good time. And then the last game for the Master System I picked up. I'm really looking forward to busting out. I saw this twice at the Game Gallery, and I wanted to pick it up, but it was, I think, like $15 or $16, and I didn't really want to spend that on a Sega CD game. That game is WWF Rage in the Cage. I love old school wrestling games. I love wrestling games in general, but the old school ones just hold a little bit of a place in my heart. This one is supposed to be pretty good. It's got the live action video, as you can see right there, and it looks pretty much like a Genesis game, like a Genesis Super Nintendo era game. But I did end up picking that one up for $6 complete in box. So I literally I had this in my hand at the last place last week, and I was like, I don't want to spend $15 on that game, and it pretty much goes for $11 or $12, so it is worth that area of price. But there was a reason why I didn't buy it, and obviously it was because I found it cheaper. So $6 for that. So that's the Sega CD pickups, and I have a couple more. I haven't really gotten into collecting for these systems just yet because I don't have the systems yet. I talked to John at Lucky Funtime, and he said that he will definitely be able to get his hands on systems for me. The price he quoted me was stellar, and I told him, I said, if you get them in and they come in clean and everything else, I'll buy each from you. I mean, I want the systems. The first two, I bought 2 for one system, 2 for another. The first system is the Super Famicom. I have one game for it. It's that Shin-Chan, like Crayon Shin-Chan or whatever, complete in box, just as a collectible. But I would like to get into some of the Japanese gaming if I could. So he had a deal. He had a lot of import Japanese games, and they were all 2 for $5. You can't beat that price. So what I did was I picked up 2 Famicom and 2 Super Famicom games I wanted. The first one is Sid Meier's Civilization, and obviously, as you can see, it's a Super Famicom game. Originally marked $5. Like I said, he had them 2 for $5, and just a game I love to death, and I would love to play once I get a Super Famicom. So Sid Meier's Civilization for $2.50. The other game, as you guys know, I am a huge fan of this series, and you know I love my builders and my sandbox games, and I had to have this just collection standpoint. If I'm able to get a Super Famicom, that'd be great. But that game is SimCity. So SimCity for the Super Famicom, again $2.50. They were 2 for $5, so I got both of those for $5. And then the last 2 games I picked up, just 2 that I felt I had to have as part of my collection. Again, I will end up getting a Famicom system, as it is the Japanese Nintendo 8-bit system. These were also 2 for $5. All his imports were 2 for $5. The first one I picked up, classic. I'm sure everybody has it if you have a Famicom, but I don't. That's Super Mario Brothers. So Super Mario Brothers 1 on the Famicom cartridge, which I mean, it's got some back label wear, stuff like that. I'm not really caring too much about this. They don't have spines. They don't really have spines. And as long as the front label looks good like this, I'm in love with it. I love it. So I just think it's awesome just to see a Japanese version of a game I've played since I was a kid. It's just awesome to me. So Super Mario Brothers 1, and then the second game I picked up for the 2 for $5 on the Famicom games. He told me outright it was a bootleg. The game originally was on, I believe, the Famicom disk system, which I'm not getting that complicated just yet. But this is a bootleg, but it does have a label and it looks authentic as far as I'm concerned, and that's really what I care about. So someone bootlegged, I guess, from the disc-based game onto a cartridge, and I'm all about it. So you guys know it in America here as Super Mario Brothers 2. That game is Doki Doki Panic, as you can see. You recognize some of those guys on there. The Shy Guy is there. You've got Wart on there. Trying to see who else is on there. Can't really see it. But Birdo is on there as well. If you can see, Birdo is right there. But you see the original characters that are in the game right here. This game was obviously originally made in Japan as Doki Doki Panic. It was brought to America. They slapped Mario's skin over the top of the characters, Mario, Princess, Toad, and Luigi, and basically just made it Mario Brothers 2. So the game that we all know as Mario Brothers 2 is not Mario Brothers 2. There actually was a Mario Brothers 2 in Japan, which was almost identical as far as looks are concerned to Super Mario Brothers 1. It was just extremely hard, and the Japanese developers basically figured that it was too hard to bring to America, so what they did was they took a fan favorite over there, slapped Mario's face over the top of it, and shipped it to America as Super Mario Brothers 2. So to be able to play our version of Mario 2 in its original version here as Doki Doki Panic, it's just such a huge pickup for me. I love it. I don't care if it's bootlegged or not. I just think it's awesome to have the artwork and the characters and all the Japanese writing on it and everything else. It's just awesome to me. I love it. So those were my pickups, guys, from the Lucky Funtime store up in Pen Argyl. Again, I think I'm saying that right. Pennsylvania. It's about half an hour from the Lehigh Valley. I know one of my viewers actually is viewing from the Lehigh Valley, which is kind of strange to me because we shop at the same Goodwills, apparently, just never ran into each other. So if you're in the Lehigh Valley or around this area or North Jersey, it's within about a half an hour's drive. It's not too bad. So highly recommend going and see John. If you go see him, tell him that Josh from YouTube sent you. Tell him that that you found out through my channel, and just let him know that I do like his store, and I already told him, I complimented him. I said, dude, you have a great selection of games. You're priced fairly, which is great for us collectors because we're not spending a lot of money. As you guys saw, the prices on those games, I didn't spend a lot of money, and I got a lot of quality stuff. So my big thanks to John out there at Lucky Funtime Video Games. And like I said, next time I get up there, guys, I will bring the camera. He already okayed me. He's got arcade machines in the store. He said he's getting a couple more on the way. He said that he'll have all them arcade machines on for me when I'm taping. He'll have everything all decked out for me so I can really, do up a good video. So really awesome that he supports, as much as we support those independent stores, they support our independent channels here on YouTube, and I really love that. So like I said, big thanks to John. Hopefully he sees this. And that's going to do it for me for this edition of Brick and Mortar Mondays, guys. Till next time, ACCardShark. Take care.